What's going on, Internet? I'm Christopher Peterson from NerdEXP,
And I'm Aliera, his sidekick.
and today we're here to help you with your LEGO movie, IQ. As always, we're going to start off with positives. What did you like about this movie?
Well, I, for one, am a huge LEGO fan and have been since I was a kid. So for me, what I loved most was seeing the LEGOs come to life. It's great to see the minifigs, to reacquaint myself with some of the sets that I loved as a child, and also be introduced to some LEGO properties that I didn't know existed.
Nostalgia factor was huge on this movie. Seeing Michelangelo, Superman, a bunch of things I played with as a kid, spaceship guy. When I was a child, all I wanted was spaceship Legos. All of the Legos were worthless as far as I was concerned. And this movie really hit those kind of talking points and felt like it was talking directly to me.
The movie also had a great theme song, or at least one that you will never, ever forget. So I think that was something that worked for it as well.
Do you remember the theme song? Any lines that you want to share?
I might remember a line or two. Let me see. Everything is awesome! Yeah, right? Yeah, you can't forget it. It stays forever.
It will stick with you. Unfortunately, there were also some negative points in the movie that stuck with me. Well, first, which one stuck with you?
For me, I was really disappointed in the script. I felt like some of the jokes, at least to me, fell flat. I mean, there were definitely a lot of people that laughed in the theater, but for whatever reason, it just didn't hit my funny bone.
For me, the LEGO movie worked best when it was focusing on LEGO pieces. It did have this meta thread of bringing in real-world elements. The Craggle, the crazy glue, the coin, the knife. It kind of had one of the grossest pieces in a movie with the Band-Aid that was being used.
That was pretty disgusting.
And this all culminated in a set where everything that we'd seen had literally been in a little kid's mind. Kind of like Toy Story or just kind of derivative things that we've seen in the past.
Another thing that I thought was interesting in terms of their casting choice was Will Ferrell. Not because he's not a good actor. He definitely has done some really phenomenal work, but I just feel like he's been in things that were mostly adult-themed and not necessarily kid-friendly. So it kind of pulled me out of that particular sequence of events in the movie when he appeared in real life as the real-world iteration of President Business.
President Business and Welfare characters in general was considered a bad guy because he followed the instructions. And the movie had this thread throughout that people who follow the instructions, like Emmett, are lame, they're not cool, they're not as special as everybody who kind of thinks outside the box. But I follow the instructions. I never built my Legos outside of the instructions. So I understand what Lego was going with, but they were kind of insulting me at the same time. They were calling me lame. And I don't know how to take that away as a viewer trying to watch this movie and being insulted at the same time.
Well, I think you might be reading a little bit too much into it, or at least your feelers. But, you know, in terms of that particular sequence and how they portrayed that, I thought it was kind of interesting to me, and at least one of the things that I did find humorous was that Emmett wanted to follow the directions. That's where he felt comfortable. He felt like he knew what his place was in the world of Lego that had been built. And he was really uncomfortable when he was around the master builders, and he felt like he didn't fit in. So maybe you're emulating some of the feelings that he himself had as well by, you know, feeling criticized by the instructions.
This movie didn't resonate with me. It's not a movie that I will ever see again. But who do you think is the target audience for this type of movie, or this movie in general?
And I have to say that Lego fans, I mean, there's definitely, like you said, a nostalgia factor. So I think that anybody that enjoyed Legos as a child would probably be really excited about seeing that world come to life. I also think that it really resonated, at least in the theater that we were in, with children that were really young, so probably 10 and under. They seemed to really get a lot out of it. They laughed at all of the kind of slapstick humor.
I would have to say, for me, this movie falls under the same umbrella as Adventure Time. People who enjoy that show enjoy things with kind of bouncing around plots that just go around from like silly, crazy, zany event to other event without really much of a point or purpose or character development, are the type of people who would also enjoy this audience.
I like Adventure Time, and I wasn't really thrilled with this movie. And it really, honestly, disappointed me because I am a Lego fan, you know, and I do like animated films, and I just feel like it fell short. I was expecting adventure. I was thinking it was building to this crescendo of awesome action against President Business and the Craggle, and it just never had that great sequence to me.
Well, this movie definitely had some amusing moments. It was never genuinely funny. It had a meta thread that ultimately fell flat, and some real-world pieces that kind of took it away from it. That's why NerdEXP considers this movie a 4 out of 10. I'm sure you have your own thoughts and opinions on this movie. We'd love to hear from you. We have a comment section below. You can like this video. If you'd like to hear more of our opinions, you can follow me at ChristasticGuy.
Or you can follow me at Aliera. Don't worry, I know you can't spell it, so I've included a handy-dandy link below.
Well, hope this movie helped your Lego Movie IQ level up, friends.